morning, good afternoon, good evening. How's everybody doing? Sorry about being late. I'll explain here in a minute. Miss Misdemeanor Loretta, how you doing? Black Sheep's back, cool. Tommy J. Um, Ralph Lewis, how you doing? From Seattle, right? I think you said. I saw some of this stuff. Um, Nikki, of course, you probably went to sleep. Who else did I miss? Anybody? Mitch, how you doing? I'm getting had a couple of problems this morning, but I think I've got them. I think I've got them taken care of. Let's see who else. I think that's it, right? Who else did I miss? A bunch. Maui, how you doing? I thought you said. What did you say? You're on your way to Pattaya, I think, right? Something like that. Anyway, I think I'm caught up. If I miss somebody, I'll catch you here in a minute. Hey, Jake, how you doing? Hope everything's going good. Um, yeah, me too, Mitch. Multiple entries. Anyway, one was you can see I got an extra wire for some reason. I my headphones are powered, so I wanted to put them on this morning and they were dead, so had to set that up. But that wasn't the main reason. The main reason is I'm not going to be going to Pattaya on the 13th. Um, the They're all here. Everybody's here. The oldest has COVID. She's upstairs in lockdown, and still showing positive for it this morning. So I had to go over a bunch of stuff with my wife before she went to work. She's gonna go to work and then come back with her laptop and stuff, and she's gonna work from home so that she can take care of everybody, I guess. Hey Gary, how you doing? Um, but So that was the main reason. So that was the extra. How late was I? Yeah, it was over 15 minutes. Wasn't I? Sorry about that, everybody. Uh, yeah, I know it sucks, right? I was jonesing for it. I guess what I'm going to set up for is the end of July. I'm hoping. I think Chuck is coming that way, or that's what I'm thinking anyway. I don't know. Excuse me. Let me get my. There we go. I can't see. Saying hi, Dave. Hi and bye. Good night, Nick. Thanks as always, man. She's the best. Um, but yeah, so I guess I'm going to do that. I might even. I know that Chuck had said. I know that my wife has 3 days off. I don't remember the dates now. The end of the month. So either maybe we'll come back there or I'll go someplace else. And even if they do, if she ends up I don't know. Maybe somebody knows here. My wife's going to find out. But once you test and it shows negative, are you still contagious for a few days or something? Does anybody know? I don't know. We'll have to check with the doctor. But so I was going over that and trying to get all that stuff put together, and of course make my coffee. And then the frickin' headphones were dead. Yeah, he actually showed up yesterday. Uh, and we ordered all the metal, got delivered yesterday, and he should be here this morning, starting on the cover for the. And this is in into Black Sheep's question. Sorry, I should let you know what I'm talking about as I ramble. Hey, Carl, how you doing? Uh, he'll start on doing the cover for the washing machine and where she can dry or leave the clothes out. That's covered, and then we got all the stuff for uh, the cover that's going to go across the street. That we got permission from the lady to build a cover over there to cover the truck, and for both of them, the material, just so you're kind of, was 15,000, and I think that the labor is going to end up being in 10. It's going to be like 25,000 baht. So for both the cover, I mean that's cheap. I still have to, although I still have to order the roof for the one. He didn't order the roof for the over the washing machine, and that's minimal. Probably going to be hardly nothing. But he did order all the roofing and all the metal for across the street, and all the metal for here. So it'll probably be, I don't know. I'm guessing probably by the time it's done, 30,000. So what is that? Under a grand, right? I'll have to wait. Maybe Uncle will jump in here. I can't remember what he said he put his on. Hey Scott, how you doing? Glad you could make it. Uh, Negative means negative. However, we can still carry and spread the virus, so we do affect the same as the flu. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna have her. We're gonna ask the doctor, but thanks, Mitch, um, to find out because I told them that if they want to go do, the only reason I'm not going is that it was the one older one that was sick, and I could have split it up, but this is a family vacation. So if one member of the family can't go, then nobody can go. Brotherhood and family, right? Um, let's see. Yeah, so hopefully he'll be here. My wife, like I said, went to work. She's grabbing all her stuff. She'll probably work from home this week. And then, like I said, I told the kids that if we find out that she tests negative or whatever in a couple extra days and we still do it, we might plan go do something for 3 days somewhere. I'll find out the days off that she has at the end of the month, and then maybe try to correspond with Chuck and find out when he's going to be here, and then figure out something. But also, Mitch, if you want to, hey Jeff Hall, how you doing? Glad you could make it. Good morning to you, Mitch. If you want to talk to that hotel and tell them blah blah blah. My friend's going to call you. Is this even possible? He's sick. He has the virus and he can't come, but he has it for this day, these 3 days, and I want to take it over. What do we need to do? Then I'll do whatever they tell you and call them or whatever I got to do. Just let me know. And it's not the ocean view room. It's just a regular room, but you might be able to upgrade it because they're going to get. As of today, there's going to be 2 openings for ocean views because I'm going to cancel them today, and I haven't canceled them yet. So you might want to, Mitch, let me know if you're if you're listening to me and not doing something else. You might want to tell them that too. That there was a total of other rooms, and there might be 2 come available. Can we do this and switch and pay the extra 200 baht or whatever it is? They're nice rooms. The views are. You saw them, I think. You came there. I don't know. Did you come? Yeah, you came up to the room. Anyway. Okay. Yeah. So it doesn't matter. Just ask them whatever they want me to do. Say, I'll have him contact you and whatever he needs to give you, and is it possible? And if we can do it, we'll do it. You might as well use it. 3,000 baht is going to go to waste, and the breakfasts were good, and that pool's nice. It'd be a way to get away from something new surroundings. Hey, John, how you doing? I would love to take a Harley. Yeah, they do. I think James had checked into them. Mitch might be able to chime in, but they're expensive as hell, John. I mean, they wanted. I forget. Mitch might be able to pop in and say how much it was for the week or whatever it was for. It was expensive. I remember that. And I've ridden so much, it's like, I really enjoy that frickin' Forza. It's amazing. Like I said, I've been on 2 wheels ever since I can remember. From a Honda 90 going to junior high school and parking it in the bike racks and getting in trouble, all the way up through my first Sportster at 15 and a half, 16 years old, my Panhead at 16 and a half. I've been forever, and this bike gives me joy, and I'm a lazy bastard. I enjoy that twist and go, and I'm talking going from suicide. If you guys don't know what suicide shift is on a Harley Davidson, you have your regular throttle, but instead of your clutch up here, your clutch is where your left foot would be, and you have to push that and then reach down, and the shifting is on a rigid piece of metal. It's directly to the transmission, and you shift your gears there, and you've got a foot clutch. something you might not want to do intoxicated. Although I've done it before, I would never do it again. But I wouldn't mind riding one again. But anyway, I like when my 65 years old and that nice up and down windshield. You can get it right where you want it. It's cool. I got no problem with it. Oh, let's see. What the price of someone back? I haven't recovered from the shock. Yeah, it was expensive, man, and I remember me either. When Mitch told me, I went, "Wow, that's I wouldn't do that." What's it part two? Yeah, you know what it is I've got to go back up there, and I don't know. You probably can't see it. This all peeled, so all this skin is like virgin. Let's burn the crap out of Dave, and I do have some block, so I might put that on there. So I got to get back up there and do it. Although they did. What's today? Today's the 11th. Tomorrow there is a. I think I showed you guys in the last stream. On the 12th and 13th, they've got some kind of a festival going on, elephant festival type, not the big one in November, but one elephant rides and all sorts of stuff on the 12th and 13th here in Surin. So I'll probably definitely go film that. That might be out before the second of the show up there, but I'm definitely going to do that, and I'll see maybe the youngest will want to go or whatever. Yeah, I really like. Yeah, my PCX I liked it also, and like I said, you look like you're a thinner, probably in better health than me, but at 250 pounds, that PCX would still carry me at 95. Maybe pushing 100, I wouldn't hold it at 100 for a long time. But if you're a normal person, maybe 180 pounds and below, um, I would think the PCX is fine. Uh, I just like that little extra, and like I said, I'm a bigger guy, so I like that little extra. But the 300, I think would be a bargain with that same body style. We talked about that before. The one that James had on the bike ride, exact same with the new body style, but with a 300 instead of a 350. I think that would probably be awesome, and they're a better deal. I'm guessing you could probably get a 20 or 21 or whatever when they came out. I think they came out in 20, and then in 21 they went to the 350. They weren't out long. Um, I would guess you close to 100, maybe 105, maybe 110, and then I would think that the 350s, in that same year will probably be maybe 130. Like I said, I think it would be a better deal. If I had to do all over again, I'd buy one from somebody that bought it and rode it for 10 minutes and said, I'm not going to keep it. I'm going back to the States or wherever they're from. If it's a dream to turn on Harley, the price is not an obstacle, but if having a machine under you, having the wind in your face, it's on your back, and important. Yeah, you know, yeah, I guess it all depends. I mean, if I was a stickler like maybe I was 20 years ago, I might not even have crawled on a Honda. But my whole outlook on everything has changed. So um, you're in the air. I hope you're doing all right, Loretta. Um, Wondering what's the custom fees. They're expensive as hell, Ralph. I had thought about it when I was in Costa Rica, actually, about doing different things. It was 2015, so I was a little bit younger. I was still retired, but we were talking about bringing in parts and having them tax the parts and then put them back together when they got here. But they're expensive. All the import fees are astronomical. Um, you could check it out, but anything that comes in, especially from America, but anything that they import, they tax it pretty heavily, and especially vehicles. Brock says can't come out and play today. All right, brother. Uh, is Robert Mack? I didn't see Robert Mack. If Mitch says he's here, he must be here. There he is. Good morning to you, Robert. I didn't see you. Sorry about that. Hey, Soy. Y'all, Dave, how much for a plane ticket to LA? I think when I checked yesterday, it was here. I'll tell you right now. Yeah, it's easy for me to go to my. I still have it set up for when I'm gonna go in November, but I checked the prices for somebody, and they were about the same. 800 bucks, something like that. Seven something, 800. They were cheap to go to LAX. I think it's way more money like where Chuck went to Texas or where Tommy's at. Now they're cutting you loose. Cool. How you feeling? That's over all this. Are you feeling better? Yeah, 840 bucks. So it went up a bit because I think it was. I want to say it was like under 700, wasn't it? 690 something, or maybe 790 something. I don't know. So they're creeping up, and that's still that Philippine Airlines, which I don't know much about, but I've heard that they're pretty good. Jake said I paid 13.75 for October. Yeah, that's still not bad though because you're coming from Florida, right? So I think that's still probably a good price. I think Chuck paid over 2 grand to go to Texas. I don't know for sure. My mind, you know. Hey, Dip Media, how you doing? From CLE to Bangkok, 1,500. I used to pay 850, but feel yeah, the I paid under our right close to 500 on China Air China, which I won't fly. I don't even see them. It doesn't even come up on JetFly anymore. The Air China. Scott saying hi to Brock. Seattle to BKK. Tony, question: did you go? No, I didn't. Like I said, I was laying in bed and I asked my wife, "What time is it?" She said it was like 7:30 or something. I said, "Is it Friday?" Yeah, it's Friday. Ah, crap. So hopefully this Friday, which shouldn't be a problem because we're not doing anything. We're going to be in town, so. But I will. I do have to cancel that so I don't forget it because they'll. I think it was 10,000 baht for 2 ocean oceanfront rooms, including breakfast. So I thought it was pretty good for 4 of us, the 2 kids and me and my wife. Yeah, yeah, it scares me too. And like I said, I mean, nothing against Chinese people, but they didn't like they didn't like. I got the impression that they didn't like my white face. They were very standoffish, and this is in the airport, and before all this crap too. So it wasn't even like, oh, look at he's probably got the virus. Get away from him. It was before that. So. Hey, James. Let's see. Who's saying? Everybody's saying hi to everybody. Good. Perfect. Right. You have a mental block. Yeah, yeah, I know. You know what it is? Like I said, I don't know if I ever told you the story, but when I turned 50, my doctor said, okay, you're 50 years old. It's time to get the garden hose out, and we're going to go up and take a look. I need to schedule that. A colonoscopy, for those that I call it a garden hose. But I said, oh, okay. He said, yeah, just on your way out, talk to the nurse, and she'll give you the number, call them, set it up. Okay. So I would go in once a year for my physicals with him. And at that time, I didn't have any problems, so I didn't see him in between. Great guy. So at 51, I go in there, and same thing. Hey, you were supposed to schedule, how come you didn't? Oh, I forgot. Yeah, yeah, on your way out, talk to the talk to the nurse up front, and she'll give you the number and stuff like that. Well, then I think I skipped a year, and I came back. I was like 54 or 55 when I came back, and he goes, Dave, how come you didn't? I said, listen, here's the deal, Doc. I'm not going to voluntarily go up front and say, yeah, here, come in with your garden hose and have at me. I said, I'm not going to schedule it. You want me to go? You schedule it. You tell me when to be there, and I'll be there. So he scheduled it, and I went. But I just, for some reason, you want to have your leg cut off? We're going to take a hacksaw and cut off above and below your knee and dangle it there for a while. All this stuff runs around in my mind. So maybe subconsciously, Brock, you might be right. I might be putting it off. Airlines flying again through. They have really good. Only need a negative PCR test. Did they? Is that what the airline wants? Because you don't need anything to go back to the states. Is that because you're going to Taipei? Am I reading that right? Through Taipei? It might be. But I heard that airline's really a nice airline. I've seen good stuff, especially on their economy and first class stuff. Looks awesome. I heard them. And what's that other one? The big one that everybody flies that I've heard nothing but good things about. Expensive. They're all expensive. I'm a cheap bastard. I should try not to cuss. Where's Mark with the cuss jar? Good morning. On your way to the Wombat. So, if you weren't here a minute ago, Tom, I'm freaking canceled, but I guess I'm going to try to be there the end of July when Chuck is supposed to be doing meetups. So, I'm going to try to schedule that either with the family or not. My wife has another 3 days off somehow. It amazes me with working for the government. Oh, I have it's the Queen's second cousin's birthday, and we get the day off. I'm kidding, but they have a lot of days off that always come last minute to me. So if she doesn't want to go somewhere with the kids and stuff, then I'll end up coming there. If not, if I miss Chuck and miss all that there, I might go over to Ko Chang by myself and meet Chuck for a day or something and just cruise around the island on the Forza. I know that'll go over like a ton of bricks. Hey, my best friend, how you doing? Just popped in. Say, man, yeah, yeah, it wasn't like on the top of my list to go and get done. So maybe subconsciously, I know between Robert and him getting his knees done or his knee done, and my uncle and everybody that I've talked to, it's like it's unbelievable. The pain's gone and all that. And I've had this pain since I was 18 years old. I screwed up both of them really bad at 18 and 19, and had the ACL and had numerous operations. But I need to get it done. I need to stop messing around and doing it. But Brock might be right. Subconsciously, I might just be going, oh, it's Friday? I think I'll just go and forget about everything. Let's see. Jake saying there's Mitch's channel. I think no one else has. If anything, if anybody asked something and I didn't, I think Robert had said that. What is it? Yeah, Taipei. Okay. Taipei. Sorry. I said Taipei for the airport. Yeah, because I think in the U.S. they don't require anything, I think. Is my understanding anyway. I'm going to Ko Chang in December. See you all then. Cool. I love it there. It's awesome, and especially right now, it's not real busy. Like I said, I'm an advocate of anybody coming and retiring here, coming and vacationing here, and I have it doesn't benefit me at all. If it does anything, it works negatively against me. I'm for less people on the beaches and everybody stay home, but I don't have the heart. Look at behind me. It's awesome here. And the cost of living. If you're 65 years old, or 67, whatever you waited till the absolute last to get your Social Security, and I'm talking about people from the U.S., more than likely you're probably getting enough money to get your retirement, even if you're a single person. If you're married and you're both collecting it, it's a no-brainer. Like I said, I could have stayed in the United States and lived, excuse me, and lived a decent life. Not a crazy life, but a decent life. The house it was nothing. Pretty much everything was paid off. So I could have done it. But now I look at some of this stuff and some of these houses, and where I grew up, the area is not the greatest in the world, and they're wanting $500,000 for these homes. It's insane. And that directly corresponds to Well, how much is the rent? Oh, it's $2,800 a month. Well, come on, are you serious? My income's 22. What do you do? And you look at a place like Thailand, and right now you can come and get in John Tiem or Pattaya area. A lot of stuff going on there. Not necessarily the nightlife, that is what you want, but all the restaurants you want, the movie theaters, the top end grocery stores, all that stuff is right there. I'm gonna say 12, 15,000 baht tops, and you live a lot less. But what is that? Under $500 for that view from the 30th floor or something. I think Kevin 20 and a Wake Up and Mitch was in one of them, but I think it was below 15,000 for a one bedroom. So it just makes sense to me to come here. And the biggest obstacle that I could see, if somebody, I want to think that the norm in Social Security now is if you wait till at least, even at 62, if you work pretty much your whole life, I think it's going to be, I'm guessing here, it's going to be pretty close to 2 grand, okay, on the low end. I think on the high, or maybe a little less, 19 anyway, or 22, 23. I think the max is like 27. But that you beat the 65 a month, and especially the way the dollar is against the baht right now. So, to come here, to sit in the United States, like I said, unless you own your home, I don't see how people could do it, especially in California. Forget it. I mean, even in the bad areas, the rent's 2 grand, for a 3 bedroom house, 1,800 anyway. So what does that eat up? 3/4 of what you're making from Social Security, unless you have a retirement like I have, or something like that, plus the Social Security, then of course. But I don't see it. You should definitely come here and try it. And like I said, it doesn't benefit me at all. In fact, it goes against. I want empty beaches, and if I had my way, you could stay just like it is forever. But the Thai people need the tourism, and they need the expats to come here it helps them out. So definitely give it a chance. Come here for 3 to 6. I'd say 3 months at least. You can get a good rate at 3 to 6 months on a place to stay, but usually it's a year. But you can still get it. What did you change your what? Is Verna here? I didn't see her. There you are. How you doing? Glad you could make it. Appreciate the support, Verna. Verna, if you guys aren't subscribed to Verna's channel, I'm sure somebody will put up the link. And they do a lot of, if you watch Bobby on Friday night, a lot of singing, having a good time, beautiful women. Okay, guys. Just kidding, guys. But it's fun. I enjoy watching it. It's a good channel. I paid 7,000 baht Sea View in 2018, John. Yeah, and it just all depends. Like right now, and you could, if you did say you came for 3 months, man, you can make hell of deals to especially right now. If you come for 3 months and you say, yeah, this is where I want to be. I'm having my, I took my 3 suitcases. I'm done. I moved. I'll rent my house or whatever you're going to do. You also got that income if you do own your house. But, you can make deals for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, maybe longer, maybe 5 years. Depends on what you want to do. But now's the time, I think, to lock in good rates on those. But even on the high end, they're 20,000, let's say, even if when things were normal. And that's still what, 650? I don't know. I don't have a calculator. Hey, Bobby, how you doing? Glad you could make it. But for that money, and that's during regular time, 20,000 baht, I think is that. I don't know. I would definitely suggest coming and at least taking a look. Dave, my friends are in California, are selling and moving out. They say, yeah, they've always been, Gary. It's like they don't understand. They got these, they're not securing the border, and I got nothing against, the Mexican people coming in, just as long as they get a social security number and contribute. But they come in and use the education system and all this kind of stuff for free, and they know they can do it. And California, and probably some of the other areas, the border states, are wondering, scratching their head, why are we bankrupt? Well, because you got 3 or 4 million people that aren't paying into what they're getting, and like I said, I'm doesn't matter to me, but just make them all legal and give them all social security numbers to pay into. Do it tomorrow, for the 20 million or plus people that are here illegally. Everybody says, well, they should just be able to do it. No, try coming into Thailand. Just try to sneak into Thailand from Cambodia, and see what happens to you, or any other country. It just doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. But California sucks. Always has. I lived there because my kids were there. My business, I worked there. It's where I made money. But I was lucky enough to have a trade, so I could have went anywhere. But I chose to stay mainly because that's where my family and kids were. Hey, traveler agency. My wife and I will be moving to Kelowna as soon as possible. We can make it out. Are you going to go to Mexico, or do you know yet? Um, hey, Dalo. How you doing? Are you still in Thailand, or are you back? You back in your homeland? Land of milk and honey. Yeah, I don't know what kind of milk and honey. Not other places. All my friends and everything moved to Arizona. They went to Phoenix, or they moved out of California. Just taxes and everything else. Just a horrible, horrible state. Um, John saying rental here. Yeah, 3,500 Canadian dollars. Yeah, it's crazy. And like I said, if you're not going to retire, and I said it a million times, if you're not going to retire in your home country, I would definitely come and give Thailand at least a look. Um, I'm going to say the hardest thing for me was probably the humidity, and I had gotten a taste of it for 8 months in 2015. Costa Rica has the exact same climate, rainy season, everything down to a T, just on the other side of the planet. Still put ice in their beer, just like they do here in Thailand. It's the exact same. Um, but I want to say the humidity. Not so much the heat. I mean, I lived in Southern California, so, but that humidity takes a little to get used to. Hey, off the hook, glad you could make it, man. And you, Munwa, how you doing? Did I miss anybody? Everybody being nice to Verna. If you're not subscribed, she's got kids. She does good. I'm sure she wants to make a little bit of money off of YouTube. So be nice. She's good. It's fun. I think if you join, go see it. Join her channel. Doesn't cost anything to subscribe, and you'll be enlightened. It's fun to watch. I have wanted to leave California. Yeah, no, me too. Your wife refused to leave. About 5 months ago, she decided that California was not so great. Yeah, I bet. It isn't. I mean, like I said, the states could have. All they had to do was just keep the border shut down. Let as many people that want to come as possible. My whole family and everything came from Italy years and years ago. But they had to become, citizens and whatever. Make them citizens immediately. Here you go. Here's your social security number. Start paying in and use the school system and the health care system and all that. Not a problem. And you wouldn't be bankrupt or going bankrupt. And they had the opportunity to tax medical marijuana years ago, and they never put it together. They could have been out of debt in 1 year, So it doesn't make sense to me, the way that some of these states and governments work. Thank God. I don't know. Like I said, I still bleed red, white, and blue, but I live in Thailand. And I asked down low, I always ask questions and then I have to go back. Hey, Paul, are you still here? Or did you go back? Or did you answer? You could tell me, Dave, I already answered it. I'm not answering it again. I'm just kidding. I was wasted a lot of time waiting for tradesmen to not show up. House. So you must still be here then, I think. I know I haven't seen Tim, and he just posted another video on his house. If you guys are wanting to watch a build, he's getting close, real close. He said, I think August, like less than a month, he'll be in his home, which would be good. Yeah, I don't know. I've always been, an American, and it's my home country. But I'll tell you what, between being sick here and now having a Thai wife, and the excellent care that they gave me as a foreigner in a private hospital here in Surin, and being in the hospital for 3 months, gave me a whole different outlook on my home. This is my home. I mean, we built this house, and everything pretty much that I have now is here. I sold my house. Uh, I don't have anything pretty much left there. A couple little business stuff, but not too much. Uh, yeah, it's gonna be nice, and that's what I would have built. I would have built probably exactly what Tim's house and my house are pretty much exactly the same square meters. But if I had I think he's on two rye. Um, I would have built a one-story house. Definitely never would have built a two-story home, especially with my knees. But I never go upstairs. It's the kids' area. Oh, you're referring to the flat color? Yeah, that's true. That's true. Uh, but yeah, thanks everybody for watching. I know it got up to like 40. It's pretty good for me. The fortune. Well, the wheel of fortune coming. I gotta go. All right, John, take it easy. Thanks for coming by. Uh, I think Daniel. I think it's 196 or 198, and that's all. Nothing. That's house. That's not outdoor patio or covered back area or anything like that. That's American wise. This is how much is under. Enclosed. They don't do that here. They include anything that's got a cover over it as part of the square meters, or at least that's what I was told. Hey Jay East, how you doing? Hey James, what's up? Long time, Bill. Nice crib. Yeah, it is nice. It's going to be real nice. But that's what I would have done. I wouldn't have never built a two-story house. Leaving Dave for game shows. I know, I know. Robert, I'm building a two-story house that repaired damaged knees. Yeah, and I still got to get that done too. I know it. I was talking about that earlier. Hey, Aaron, how you doing? Good morning to you, brother. Um, yeah. So, if you do, Tim's house is it's going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to go visit just for the pool. Although, if he shows up today, I'll be surprised. I just hate to start two big giant holes in the ground during rainy season. If you look at Tim's video, you'll see what I mean. I mean, one major storm comes over, and now what do I got? Two mud puddles in the backyard. His is luckily, if I could trust him to dig the hole and pour the slab and build the block sides, then we could pump it out easily. Um, when it's a mud puddle, it's harder to pump out and work in. So I don't know. It's a decision I guess I have to make. I really would like to have the plunge pool though. Did I say hi to ET? I don't know if I said hi to ET. What's up? I know I said hi to Bobby. I saw Bobby when Bobby came in. And what's today? Today's Monday, right? I'm horrible. And I'm done with my coffee. The best thing that I bought too, let me show you something. I bought this little kit that has the C cabled, and then it goes to two or three of the different connections, USB, the iPhone one, and the other one. That's what I used. I've got the one I got here is a USB-C, and the reason that I got that, the reason I'm saying this is anybody that has a GoPro, I've got the square battery charger. I got this one. You can see that there's only two batteries in it, but it has a C on the end, and you can use that as a battery pack. So all I did was whip out the cable. I got a bag of cables here. Take out of this little pack the correct to go into the headphones, and I'm off and running. So I don't know. It's something. They're not that expensive, and I think it was Bobby. Was it you that told me about these batteries? I don't want to pull the battery out of there because I'm afraid it'll shut off my headphones. But this thing was cheap, and it has a little cable in there if you just want to charge it. But so if I've got three of my batteries that I always carry with me anyway, for my 9, I've got an extra battery pack for in case of emergencies, and that'll fit just about anything with this little disc. Anyway, that's and I wasn't given this. I bought this with my own money. I don't know why. Oh, what was that? Oh, my spoon. Anyway, so let's see if did I miss anything. I appreciate everyone following the channel. I've been doing shorts lately, but they're getting some traction. Cool. Yeah, if you're not subscribed, subscribe to Gator's channel if you would. And Aaron saying hi to Verna. I don't think I missed much. Ralph saying hi, Chocolate Man. And wife and I almost went to New Falls today. Tuesday in Homestead. The only bummer that besides the fact that Jonesing for what's behind me, the ocean. You guys, if you watch the channel, you know if I had my druthers, I would be at the ocean. So I'm gonna miss that, but I'm definitely gonna head that way. Whether it be, and I definitely want to do it on the Forza, whether it be to John Tiem or Pattaya when Chuck gets there the end of July, or whether I head over to Koh Chang shortly after that. And I do have almost all my camping gear. The camping gear that I ended up getting was over 30,000 bought. There's still some stuff that's on the way. You've seen the generator one. I'm waiting for the solar panel, 100 watt foldable solar panel from China to recharge the battery pack and make sure that it'll run 24/7, which I'm sure it will. The 30-liter ice chest, or with the compressor in it, refrigerated. So my wife's not going to get her seafood. She was happy that we had that box, but now we're not going to go there, so that kind of is a bummer. But we'll see. Did James do? I don't know if he did. I missed it too. I missed it. I think he's doing it every day, if I'm not mistaken. What did Mitch say? A few of us were at the Biker Cafe the other day, and the big screen TV had a world destination. Oh, it really popped up, and I was impressed. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, you could come here in your, hopefully you can retire at 55. I would hope that everybody, or wish that everybody could. It's not necessarily feasible or possible, but when you do get here, if you're still in halfway decent condition, with all the bordering countries and stuff, uh, you could see just about anything that you want. I'm really amazed. I don't know. I wasn't really into that Patty Doyle um, first one here in Thailand. I caught some of it, but it really didn't interest me too much. But boy, that from his start on Vietnam, just some of the most gorgeous terrain and everything, and with his, I think he's got the new uh, Mini 3 um, drone, the drone footage, and just unbelievable. And I think he's done 4 or 5 of them. If you get a chance, uh, it's definitely worth watching. The cinematography is very well done. I mean, I enjoyed it. I was impressed, put it that way. He seems like a really nice guy. I think he met Dana. I think Dana got him a helmet. I don't know if they're still buds or not, but I know Dana had met up with him. I have what? A pharmacy in the condo now. I was waiting. I saw James's. Um, Actually, I watched the whole thing today on his new video. I won't say a bunch about it so that you go watch it, but it says something about I want my new drug or something. So I immediately thought it was ganja, but I was mistaken. But I'm going to check into that too. Although it sounds a little bit pricey, but if the side effects aren't too bad, if you guys get a chance, watch that video. It's awesome, and it has a bunch of it. If you're a vet, you definitely need to watch it. James has some information in there that is you need you need to know. But excellent video. Want a new drug? There it is, right there. If you get a chance to watch it, definitely watch it. But yeah, great information, especially like I said for vets. Uh, if you're a vet out there, definitely go over and take a look at it. It'll give you some information that could potentially, this will get everybody's ear, save you money, and that's the magic magic words is save you $1, and which is always awesome. But it's interesting about it has a weight loss thing too. This drug, so by all means, take a look at it. I haven't seen it, if James is still in here. I haven't seen. Maybe I just missed it, but usually Fa puts out a bunch of videos from doing nails and all that stuff, and I was just curious: is she still doing? Is she still doing okay with her ear? And maybe she's lurking. If you're lurking, Fa, let us know you're doing well. It would be good to know. There's Fa's channel that you can subscribe to. I think somebody said she's over, like, is it over 10,000 on Instagram or 1,000? I don't know. I don't know that much about Instagram. Although I did follow some people that popped up on my phone and said, they're following you. You should follow them. So I clicked follow. I don't have any idea what I'm doing. I don't even know how to post anything on there. Ralph's saying, time to get off my butt and go to the ID Me website and start taking advantage. Yeah, and if you watch James's and I don't know if you're here or whether you're in the States or where you're at, Ralph, but some good information, especially if you're traveling. 10,000, wow, that's awesome. I guess that's awesome. I don't know. I shouldn't say. It sounds like a lot to me. I know I'd be happy if I had 10,000 subscribers. Aaron's saying crazy hot here, 104. Wow, at 7 p.m. I remember as a kid riding in the San Fernando Valley, and we'd get the Santa Ana winds that would blow in, and certain times of the year I could be out on my bike at 1 o'clock in the morning and it'd still be 100 degrees out. Not very often, but it was pretty awesome riding around back then. That was What would that have been? Late 70s, early 80s. Vets are the best. Yeah, they are. And the most neglected, as far as I'm concerned. Carl, we do everything for everybody, and we don't do near enough for our veterans, especially ones of foreign war, and not even necessarily that. Just by going through everything that you have to do, it screws with your mind, and some people can handle it, and some people can't. And when you do leave, there should be just as long a process as it was when you were getting in training, or at least half that time. There should be some kind of desensitizing. I don't know what you'd call it. And I heard that they are doing some of that, especially during war times. Not that we've had that much. When I was at Lake Mead a few days ago, it was 99 at 8:30 a.m. Yeah, Lake Mead, man. We had a lot of fun at Lake Mead. Colville Bay was the name of the place. At one time, what was the name of that big hotel? Um, God, I forget it. They were supposed to buy that bay and put up a big hotel. Del Webb. I don't know if they ever did. But when we were young, we used to ride our bikes there 3, 4, 5 times a year. It was fun. It was 110 in Austin yesterday. Wow. And they'll tell you, but it was a dry heat, and it's still freaking hot. Same thing when I was in Arizona, when I helped my buddy with his air conditioning business when he went to Italy for 2 weeks. He asked me to come there, stay in his house, and run his business for 2 weeks. And I did, and boy, it was like when I first time I walked out the door, it was same 110, 15, 20 maybe. It was like hitting a brick wall. And then everybody's saying, "Oh, but it's a dry heat." No, no, it's freaking hot. Um, Carl's saying, "I agree. I was afraid to get." Yeah, that's one thing I'll always say on here, and I don't think it's even political or two sides or whatever. I mean, you'd have to be. I don't know. I could never say, "Oh, they get way too much." It's like you're living free in the United States of America. They should get whatever they want, as far as I'm concerned. But I'll always stand on that forever. And they're saying, but I still fired up the grill and my cracklings. Yeah, who was it that Chuck? Not long ago, it must have been dinner for tonight in Texas, or we're in Texas. I believe he's in Texas, right? Steak on Facebook, a bunch of big, nice, thick steaks. Although I did see somebody cutting some on Facebook that could be delivered. I think they wanted 2,900 baht for a kilo. But boy, it sure looked good. But what is that? $90? $90 for a kilo. So that's real expensive. It might have been Wagyu for all I know. But it looked good. And the thing I liked about it is they were like at least a little over an inch thick, which I've got to do what Mitch said. Go to Macro, find the full New York and cut it myself, because I like New Yorks. They're fine. I don't need to have fillets or anything. What did he said? Fod just added 100 subs without posting a live for 2 days. Well, that's good. Let's see. Seeing some pretty pics. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I saw the same. I'm sure we saw the same ones. It is. I mean, that's the one thing I miss. Is that, and I know that I can get it. I still got to buy that barbecue. I bought all this crap for camping, and I should have just ordered the 2,500 baht smoker barbecue combo that'll probably last me for the rest of my life. It'll last 10 years. It's just probably not the thickest metal and all that crap. But I'd like to get that and then get some steaks. And like I said, I want to get a chest freezer, and I've got the vacuum packer. And I've always been, I always want everything fresh. tuna and fish and stuff like that that you freeze, salmon, it just never seems to come back. You can tell it's been frozen. I can take a good, if you get a good steak and you vacuum pack it and you freeze it and you thaw it out properly and you cook it excuse me, and you cook it properly. A lot of people will just take a steak right out of the refrigerator and throw it on the barbecue. No, no, no. You got to let it sit at least 30 minutes, maybe longer. I let mine sit like an hour on the counter and become room temperature. That way, if you eat it like I do, I like it on the rare, medium rare to rare side. You don't get cold, you get cold in the middle. But yeah, you definitely got to let it sit. So anyway, if you do that and you thaw it out correctly, not try to throw it under water and thaw it out quickly, take it from the freezer, put it in the refrigerator for a day or two, and then take it out and let it sit on the counter. Um, I would give somebody money to pick out which one was which. That's how much I believe that steak can be frozen. Hey Douglas, how you doing? Let's see. Yeah, I was looking at meat grinders too, about 2 months ago. Isan sausage fermenting in the greenhouse now. That's awesome. In fact, she just brought me some Isan sausage yesterday. She goes to the green market on Sundays and usually brings me back that deep fried mushrooms, a little bit of sticky rice, and some little pieces of pork on a ring. I don't know what they call it. Good stuff. Bikers have always been among the biggest supporters of veterans. We've always, yeah, I think so. I mean, I can remember back in the day, the one club in particular had offered their services to go to Vietnam in '68, I think it was. Um, you know, they should let them go. Let's see. And I said hi to Douglas. Good morning to everybody. Yes, I'll see Tim. Yeah, I gotta find. So anyway, I gotta do that because Mitch said in his I go off on three different places. Mitch said in his macro they have the full pieces of meat there, and like the whole New York or the whole tenderloin, or whatever. I haven't seen that here, but I've never looked for it. I have seen the steaks, and they're always cut at maybe a half an inch, and an inch would just be perfect. So if I cut them myself and then, like I said, vacuum pack it, because every once in a while I don't need it every day, but like once a week or even a couple of times a month, I'd be a pretty happy camper. He's already giving me the thumbs up, saying I make them better than. Yeah, the we have bigger ones, and then the little ones are my favorite. They didn't have those yesterday. They're awesome. Um, they're really good. Freezing high quality meat is the last option when you see the fluid that drains. Well, your lucky juice is gone. Yeah, if you thought right, and I've never had any problem. I mean, I'm have a pretty good palate, and I can tell you that one, if I froze it and took it out and thawed it correctly and put it up against a fresh steak that was cut and cooked them both, I would be hard pressed to pick the fresh one out. And I'm a big advocate of fresh everything, fresh vegetables, nothing frozen, and fish especially. I eat raw tuna, raw salmon. I mean, you can tell right off. The texture changes everything. I don't get any change in texture in the steak, and maybe it's me, maybe it's just me, but that's okay because I'm the only one eating it, so it doesn't matter. And another 110 for James Live. Cool. Hey, he ought to be close to 1,000 now on that channel, right, Et? On Chocolate Man in Thailand Live. Yeah, my wife used to like her favorite meal was um, carnitas, and I used to make it for her all the time. She that was what she enjoyed the most out of everything that we have eaten. That and the tri-tip that I made. Tri-tip that I make it's really good. Tenderloin. All right, Mitch is saying 550 baht per kilo. Aussie. Have you tried the Thai tenderloin, Mitch? I'm curious, and pretty much double for Aussie, but they have strip loins, various cuts. I'm gonna go check it out. But some of the Thai, like when I go over to, he charges 90 baht for a. It's thin, but he cooks it. He cooks it good. It's not. It's more medium, but not like medium well or anything. More medium and pink. And I just have the Thai steak when I go there now, and he makes a little gravy with the 2 or 3 little potatoes and a little salad with a little bit of Thousand Island on it. It's 90 baht. So what is that? $2 and right under $3. So you can't complain. And then the pork I think is 70 or 80, and then they got chicken. Now the salmon, I tasted my wife's salmon. When I usually go there, she'll order something, I'll order something, and then he makes this raw salmon. And my wife told me, and I don't like fish sauce, fermented fish juice. I don't know, but it's awesome, and I'll eat that, and that's more like an appetizer type thing. But she had me taste her salmon steak was good size. It was good, and it was probably 3/4 of an inch thick, and he charged 160 baht for that. And I tasted it. It was outstanding. I don't know what seasoning he put on it, but outstanding. If anybody comes to Surin, I should put that in one of the, or have it up for the next video. Have his information for his place, because he's busy now, even from what the YouTube and from he does Facebook and other stuff, and he deserves it. His food is very reasonable. 99% of the people that come in there are Thai people, so it has to be decent. It's really good. It's way beyond decent. I've had the Thai tenderloin at a friend's house. It was as good as it was not, I'm imagining, as good as the Aussies, but if they had Texas beef, it would be all over that. Yeah, Utah eggs is excellent. My cousin. Yeah, but the stuff that I had was acceptable. I mean, it wasn't, like I said, I would probably buy both and check them out, and then if one was outstanding over the other or way above, then I go with that. I'm not going to eat it that much. I don't know how often you eat it, but I imagine if I ate it once a week, I'd be a happy camper. Probably not good for me, but we got one of our backhoes stuck at the top of it, crab digging the reservoir. The solution was to buy a live hog, slaughter it, and make a sacrifice to the garden, then eat the raw liver. Nah, that was their solution. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I probably shouldn't either, Paul, but I do. Let's see. I saw freezing here. Carl's saying freezing collapses the fat cells containing moisture which drain. Yeah, I don't know. I've never experienced the steak being. It's always been good to me. I don't know. It probably does a lot of stuff, but if you put it in and taking it out, I've never had a problem. Because what we used to do, granted before, you could go out and you could buy steaks in the States. I'm talking about, go down to the Albertsons or whatever it was and get a decent cut of meat, and then they started coming out with Costco. Actually had an excellent cut of meat. They had their own deal, and it was good. And we could do that. And then when all of a sudden when beef started going through the roof in the United States, I don't know how it is in Australia or the UK or whatever, but maybe even as early as like 7-10 years ago, we would go and buy family packs of it. And that's where I found that, okay, well, I'll try this, and if it tastes like crap, I won't do it anymore. And I was fine with it. She's back. I'm glad you're back. Are you back home? I'm hoping. That was for Loretta. Beef is a real delicacy in the village. Cut very thin, stir fried, maybe once a month or two, mostly on vegetable curries. And but yeah, and like I said, the one that he serves me, the Thai is I don't know how thick, but under a half inch. And but the way that he just flash fries it on each side, and it's still pink and it's decent, and it's the Thai. And I've had the Australian there too, and it's a little bit better. But he wants like 200 baht. Not that that's a big deal, but I just said this is acceptable. I only go there. Well, we went there 3 times. My wife went there yesterday when she took her friend home, uh, and took the youngest daughter, and they all went and had steak again. I'm sure she had salmon. I didn't get a chance. She was gone for like 4 hours. In America, we are accustomed to green finish. Yeah, that's the way when we had the cow that we raised. Um, that's what we ended up doing too. I think in the last 2 months, something like that. It was good too. Called her, we called her T-Bone was her name. My wife took care of everything over there. So don't get attached to it. And it was a female too. She had eyes about that big around, and she was the cutest damn thing you ever seen. We had to leave when they came to butcher her. Hey Peter, how you doing? Uh, I'm glad you stopped by. Aaron saying, hunting is the way. Yeah, I had a friend. Well, he passed away now, but he was up in Oregon, and he fed his whole family on. He raised 1 cow a year. He had pigs, and then he would sell the what are they called, weanlings, whatever they are, small pigs, and he would keep some for part of his beef, and then he would poach actually 2 deer. He would get one tag, and he'd poach 2 more, and that fed his family of 5 for the whole year. When somebody does that and they go after them and and do that, and they're doing it to feed their family, I don't see anything wrong with it, as long as you don't get caught, right? Hey Jim, I'm guessing you're here. I'm seeing everybody saying hello to you. Are you here? Where are you? There you are. If you guys haven't caught Jam's performance on Facebook, or now I think on your YouTube channel, right? It was awesome. I told her, I commented and said, "When's the next performance going to be? I want to go see it." She's having a good time. I don't know. I know that it was. If you get a chance, subscribe to Jam anyway. But it's awesome. Go take a look at it. Hunting in Texas and costs way too much. Uh, did I noticed that most of the stuff you were putting out, you and Jim were eating. But what does he think about Thailand? Is he no worries, right? He's probably only been here what, 5 days, and he should be right in the swing of things. You're not going to have any problem at all with uh, here, Jim. I mean, it's awesome. You're catching it now. That's the way it is. That's the way your life is going to be for the next. You're back.
I will go to Macro to buy food. What do you
Oh,
want?
I don't know. I think I need olive oil.
Huh?
I think I'm almost out of olive oil. And then,
Parmesan cheese?
yeah, Parmesan cheese, sliced cheese,
Huh?
and what else? Oh, tortillas maybe.
I already buy tortilla.
No, they're almost gone. Only 1 pack, half a pack left.
Okay.
And I think that's it. If I remember after I get done, I'll text you. Who's going? You and Shishu and Mom?
Yeah.
Who's taking care of the dog?
They sleep.
Okay. All right. Sorry about that. Let's see. What did I miss? Aaron saying a lot of farmers here are liquidating their livestock, can't afford to feed them these days, and it's so hot their grazing fields are burning up. Is It's been almost 3 years since I've been back to the states. Is beef still expensive, or are they importing it? Where they're probably getting it from Australia. Dave, in the village, meat is sold sort of fresh in the afternoons. Flies everywhere. Nothing is neatly packaged or chilled. The smell of warm pork, rotting beef, and dried food makes me a vegetarian. Probably would me too, Douglas. Not a doubt. Oh, let's see. Jim saying we're doing fine. Thanks everyone. Just waiting for some paperwork to open a bank account for Jim. Yeah, should be should be a cakewalk. I don't know who you ended up going with, but I'm still a firm believer in Bangkok Bank. Um, 4 years, never a problem. Uh, yes, Dave. No, it's local beef. Yeah, it's really expensive, right? I. That's why I try to keep things in semi in perspective here because when I look at something and Mitch says what was it $1,030 for a kilo, that's $15 a pound, but actually a little bit less than that. But if I remember right, before I left 5 years ago, maybe it was the last time I went to the market, and I think I paid like $8-9 for a decent New York steak. So here's that same troll that always keeps coming in
Glad.
every.
I'm glad you.
What's up, brother?
God, I was just reading
Hey,
Jay's comment. Got any
what did he say?
meditations for your pharmacy in my pharmacy for that? I'm like, what? I missed a comment.
Must have. Hey, Andy, how you doing? Did you see Jam's singing thing? Did you get a chance to watch that? It was pretty good.
Not a recent one, no.
It's
Not.
hilarious. It's pretty good, man. It's pretty good. It was
Hey,
an
Andy.
improv deal in the
Oh,
in one
cool.
of the malls. Somebody playing guitar or piano or something, and she just started. I guess she
Oh,
just started
that's
singing.
cool.
Let's see.
Yeah, that sounds
Yeah,
good.
you got to check it out. It's worth watching. I got a couple numbers of farms sell directly to locals. Robert's saying.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah.
when you do say it, I mean, it isn't like I don't have it that much, and if it's 1,000 baht, it's $30 a kilo, which makes it like a little under $13 a pound or whatever. I'm imagining back in the states, a pound steak is probably going to be that anyway. Maybe more. I don't know. It's been so long. Do you remember what you paid? You only left Seattle what, a little over a year
Oh
ago. Do you
God.
remember what you paid for your last steak? I want to think mine was close to $10 for a single New York, nothing to write home about. Um, and that
Yeah,
was like four or
I
five
don't
years ago.
remember retail. I don't recall actually. That's funny.
I know
I
my
got a
mind.
lot of stuff from my cousin, so uh, that obviously I got the family deal.
Right. Let's see. Have the space. That's what we did years ago. Was we there was three of us that got together. We raised a cow. One other friend raised a hog, and what did the third one raise? I can't remember. Um, Beef, pork, and I forget what somebody else raised something else, and then we ended up splitting it all up amongst each other because the whole cow was way more than what we needed, and the hogs and all that kind of stuff. And the meat was excellent. And the reason I don't, it's probably here you wouldn't have to worry about it so much, but I got tired of every time that I thinking about eating a piece of beef that I was just completely ingesting antibiotics and steroids, and I didn't. I know that eventually,
Thanks, Jay.
if you keep eating meat that is loaded full of antibiotics, when comes time when you actually need the antibiotics, it's not going to work. You're going to have to take mega doses of stuff. So anyway, that's the way it was in the chickens in Costa Rica, and I believe here too. I don't think they use on the pigs and all that. I don't think they use steroids. I could be wrong, but I don't think they do.
Going back on my memory at Safeway, $6.99 to about $8.99 a pound for the family pack size, for sirloins.
Carl's saying
Ribeyes were a little
6.9
more, some $10.99, something like that.
with bone. So I imagine that was a bone in New York.
Yeah, I got a
6.99. So
tenderloin dip media. I got a tenderloin, uh, cut it up into smaller portions, got it on the bottom of the fridge. I've got a few dishes planned for that. Yeah.
let's
And I
see.
immediately ate some raw because that's what I do.
Let's
And
see.
that took care
Let's
of
go
my
through.
craving. Took care of my
Loretta's
craving.
saying, hello to everyone. I can't find my glasses. I'm having a tough time reading the comments. I'm sorry if I missed anyone.
That's why I came on live so I didn't have to type. Oh my God,
I just wanted to make sure that you were back home, and I guessing, or I was anyway. Let's see. Ralph's asking Robert. Back in the day, my dad would slaughter and sell
yeah.
them to the local price for hamburger or quarter side of beef processed plant. Additional, yeah. I don't know. I think it's going. I don't know. Just did rat test. Oh, for COVID. Okay, that's Paul saying. Just booked dinner cruise on the river. Oh, okay, cool. We are having an appointment with the U.S. Embassy on Friday. Bangkok bank needs a stamp from the U.S. Embassy on Jim's visa. That's weird. We have to do it and leaving up to them in Thailand. Yeah, that's weird. I didn't have to do anything on mine, but that was almost 4 years ago. Yeah, U.S. Embassy. So you already made the appointment, right? Because I made the mistake of going there and thinking that I was a U.S. citizen and I could just walk in. No, you can't. You can't. You can't enter the embassy unless you go online and make an appointment, which I'm
August
sure you did.
28th.
What's August 28th?
Just wrote that down. Andy, Vietnam.
I'm back in Asia. 30 August, 28 days in Vietnam. So Robert's going to Vietnam on the 30th. And Tommy's saying hi, everyone. Hope everyone's staying safe. I think they are.
Hey, Tommy.
I think they are. But yeah, I didn't have to do that. That's weird, Jim. I'm surprised why. I don't know. Well, I guess you give them like you're here in Thailand. Sabai, you give them what they want and get what you want. Carl's saying quality beef is a costly choice. Yeah, and
Yes.
but like I said, if I want to go look at, like I wish I was going to Macro with my wife now, and go and check it out. But if I'm only going to have it maybe a couple of times a month, so I don't mind laying out money for hopefully a decent piece of meat.
Loretta. That's true.
Say, that stuff is gross. What did I miss? I must have missed something up here.
Childbirth is very dramatic, man.
I did.
Guys got it easy. I'll tell you. We have it easy.
That's true. Douglas saying, Jam, I've never heard that. I opened a Bangkok bank last month. I only needed my passport page, residency certificate. I think it depends on the country of origin. It took 30 minutes. And it probably depends where to, Douglas. You get it done in your province. I can't get it done, or I need something different in mine. It's pretty much Thailand's
I saw
MO.
that too, Robert Mack. I seen that them aging their beef in that cooler there. They had the quarters and a side hanging in there and some bigger
I
cuts.
didn't see that. Why are you
Smaller
tripping? How you
cuts, I'd say,
doing?
in that case.
Are there apps so you can get? Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
You can get it through
Grab, Food Panda.
Panda. Yeah.
Even the actual stores themselves
get-
have it. 7, Tesco, they all have it.
Everybody. Yeah, and it's reasonable too. I mean, it's not like they stick you for a lot of money to get it delivered. It's reasonable.
Quota
as far as
visa.
I'm concerned.
Interesting, Tommy, about the Philippines there, Dave.
Yeah, I was talking to him about
Holy
only 50 people a
crime
year.
sakes, that's awesome.
Be
Yeah.
able to
Well,
work. That is good.
you've seen them dry age beef before, right, Robert Mack? I mean, that's what it looks like. It gets nasty looking, actually,
Yeah, it does.
dark and whatever, and
And they just cut that off
they
and
cut that off, man,
yeah,
and it's
yeah.
so good meat. As
Uh,
long, yeah, I mean it. 14
yeah,
to
I was
28 days typically they do that.
if you go through Panda, they actually have their own supplies, and then they have like Lotus and Big C. You can get from pretty much anywhere. I
Oh
don't
my
use
God,
Grab that
Loretta.
much.
Yeah, no kidding.
What's Loretta saying?
Salt cured
I'll
pork.
tell you about mine. Put those slaughter stories to shame. Some people eat. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Salt cured pork shoulder.
I've never
Classic.
had afterbirth. It's something
Yeah, Mitch would be the one that would probably eat it.
I mean, if
Not
I was
me.
right there when it happened, and then it didn't sit there on the ground for a week and get, get aged,
Told me that Food
I
Panda
might give it
has
a try. But I've had a
almost
lot of
stopped
friends
doing
tell me, "Don't do it."
shops that Panda's charging them. Yeah, it's not so much the consumer. You as ordering that gets I don't want to say
Yeah.
screwed, but that gets charged an absorbent amount of money. But the booths and the where they're getting the food from, they pay to probably
Wow.
too much. But yeah, they do overcharge them. But on the consumer end, it isn't that bad. Robert's saying he's been someplace many times. I imagine you guys are
All right,
talking
Brock can
about
come out and play
Vietnam.
now.
Who can?
Brock
Joe?
says he can come out and play.
Oh, oh, okay. Sorry guys for being late. We were at the
Tell me,
beach.
Morning,
anybody from
all.
anybody had camel milk
About-
before? Fresh?
I have not. No.
No.
I saw a show, I don't know, cooking show, documentary, whatever on, and I was like, man, I want to try some of that camel milk. Yeah, I remember that. Chuck said he was sick for a week after eating that afterbirth.
Who said that?
Chuck, he had afterbirth once.
Uh,
I don't know if it was from a buffalo or what, but
Jam wants to know what
yeah, I'm
residence
interested. I'm
certificate
interested in that
Douglas.
too. Quota, whatever. That's just something else. Ear placenta pills. Wow. Yeah, there's a lot of.
When are they going? They're going the end of
Hey, Joe.
August, right? The end of August. You're going, Andy? Which I lived in
I
Dubai.
think he said August 30th for 28 days.
We tried to feed camel milk to the kids. It was a no-go.
Very strong, huh?
too.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen it out of Australia.
Morning, Joe.
Powdered camel milk, powdered camel milk, and it's expensive. I looked it up.
Expensive.
You ever tried to
I've
catch one
never,
of those camels?
I haven't either, Douglas. Yeah,
What is it?
camel urine.
What just brought it up too is I watched, for some reason, I was on, what is that, on Peacock or something, and that movie, Meet the Fockers, or,
Goat milk is
the
good.
one with,
Goat
what's
cheese
his
is
word,
good, too.
and they were talking about I didn't know you could milk a cat. You know what I'm talking about in that movie? You know what movie I'm talking about? Meet the Fockers? Or no, you don't know.
I'm just cracking up over this. Yeah, I like those.
Yeah, it just brought that to be. I didn't know you could milk a cat. He said he milked a cat. That was a good movie. Sometimes I put something on that I've seen.
Yeah, camel milk. Yeah. They got to feed their young too. How about have you eaten camel?
Eating camel. Do they eat camel?
Of course.
Yeah.
Do they?
Yeah. Oh
Never
yeah.
done that. Nope. Douglas might have if he was in Dubai for a while.
There's quite a lot of camel in Australia, right, Brock?
Oh yeah,
I
they
think this is.
they run wild.
Yeah, they. How did that all come to be? Camels on the
The
continent.
the Afghanis brought them with them in the early exploring days. They had trampling through the deserts and whatever because they didn't need a lot of water and they could eat the foliage.
Yeah.
Then they let them go and they roam wild through the bush.
Yep.
They're
Pretty
very
cool.
healthy camels, and they're actually selling them back to the Arabs in Saudi and whatever because they're big and strong and healthy
Yeah.
That's the
and not inbred.
Oh, tough, gamey and tough. Oh, okay. Douglas says that.
one of my girlfriends when I was in my 20s. Her dad owned a real butcher shop, and he loved me. And every time I'd come by to pick her up for after work, he'd give us a 12 pack
Yeah,
and
that's
whatever
true,
cut of meat
Loretta.
that we wanted. He'd give us steaks or whatever we wanted. If we wanted pork chops or whatever. I had it made for about. I was with her for about
Yeah,
6 months, and then I broke up. But
I didn't have
I
any
ate real
I
well.
didn't have any problems with my bank account when I did my retirement visa uh, through an agency. It was just a half a day deal when we did that. We just went to the bank, opened the account, then went over to
But
immigration, stamp,
but
stamp,
Jam,
stamp, done, done.
what is Jim here on? What kind of a visa? Is he on just a 30-day or a 60-day with the just on
Are
a
they, Douglas?
what what
Why?
visa is he here on?
I would think a tabby cat would be better. I would think it would have dark meat, tender. I'm sorry. I don't
That
go
was good
attacking
for
me.
him
I'm not eating anybody's cat.
because it should make it didn't with me,
35,
and
91,
I was just here
0.7,
on a
91
visa.
from on the
Oh, when
cheese. Yeah. Let me go to Wise here real quick and check out my.
35 nine
Well, I
point
haven't gotten a
one. Is that
memo
what I
yet, or
said?
have I?
Saying 35.91, almost 92.
Nope,
But
nothing
yeah,
yet.
it shouldn't jam. I don't understand. I don't understand why you're having any problems. You shouldn't have any problem. And where are you going to? Are you in Bangkok or are you in Pattaya? Where are you at? I think you're in Bangkok. I don't know for sure.
Let me see here. Ah. Mm-hmm.
So that actually went down then, right? 35.9. What was it? 36.2 or 36.4? I think I appreciate the response. I love the growth of you.
Oh, wait.
Nice. I think Peter's been talking to ET. I think I try to catch some of the conversations, Peter, uh, but I miss try cat in Vietnam. So yeah, I don't know why, Jim. I'm imagining you're in Bangkok. If I had my preferences, I wouldn't do anything in Bangkok. I would do everything outside of Bangkok. Um, I think you have to wait the longest. They have the most people. Everything in Bangkok. You'd be better off going over to John Tiem or Pattaya and getting
Wow,
some
the
stuff done.
chat is just rolling, isn't it? Holy smokes. Beam, 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 beam.
Yeah, it is. But you do have
Oh, that was I was on the YouTube side. Sorry.
the when you do get that, you have to be careful. The
Wow.
reason I'm saying that is when I got my original bank account, I got it in Kamala in Phuket. When I
I hear
went to
you, Loretta.
use that bank account outside of Kamala here in Surin, they charged me like 10 baht, some weird number. anytime that I wanted to use that bank account, wasn't because I didn't get it in the town that I live in, they would charge me for certain transactions. You could ask them about that. And so
Different
I'm
province,
imagining you
yeah.
don't know exactly where you're going to end up. It doesn't really matter. I would just get one. That's probably what you're doing. But if you do end up someplace else, you might want to get another bank account like I did when you decide on where you're going to go. Now, at that point, they wanted a long term visa in order to give me a second bank account. They wanted a retirement, a work, a school, some kind of a long term permit or visa to get that.
I'm going to look and see what the bank wants for
I'm with
getting an
you,
account when I go
Loretta.
there at Christmas.
What was that, Bruck?
But I'm going to go see the bank and find out what they want for an account at Christmas. Might have
Yeah,
changed since last time.
that's the best way to do it, and I'm sure that Jam did that because he said Bank of Bangkok wanted this stamp or whatever they're going to get at the embassy. They just never did that with me. I don't know why.
If you don't
Yeah,
like what a
Joseph.
branch says, go to another one.
Yeah, exactly.
I've heard
Exactly.
that. Yep, I've
Yeah.
heard that.
In fact, I would anyway. Yeah, especially if you're in Bangkok, you could probably throw a stone and hit another Bangkok bank. But I would go outside of there,
It's
or if
like
you know where you're going to
immigration.
end up.
The rules are interpreted differently by each branch
Yeah,
manager.
exactly. I don't think I did. I miss it? Did I miss something? I
Hmm.
know I'm with Loretta on the pet deal. All right. Let's see what Douglas says. Bangkok Bank is the easiest to get an account. Best to go to a bank that deals with Rang. Each bank will have a different requirement. Yeah, and each branch
Well, that's what I have
will
as a
also.
non-immigrant. Oh,
Yeah, that's what I have
my
too.
retirement visa. Yeah.
Who has that? Jim does? You shouldn't have any problem in the world getting a bank account. I would go to another branch and just walk in and say I want to open up a bank account and have them. Especially you're retired, you've got plenty of time to go do something if you want. That you shouldn't have any problem whatsoever. And if they did it a second time, I might think about going to a different bank. Um, that's just me. I don't think that
Okay,
they.
Andy.
I wish I knew exactly what stamp they wanted. I don't understand. They wanted a stamp in his passport, right? Is that what you said? Don't make any sense.
The embassy will probably say no anyway.
On what?
Yeah.
So what
It's
Drell's
always
saying.
tough to tell
Same
in
question
chat
as Jim.
what the full
What is
story
a
is.
residency certificate? Could I get that from my wife's aunt? Yeah, as far as I know, what I'm considered a residency certificate, you can get from a hotel. I got it from a service apartment, which is basically the same thing. And then I had to go to Patong and get something from immigration,
Yeah,
saying that yes, he's that this thing, and I paid. They're supposed to be free. You needed one for a car, you need one for a bike, you need one to do this, and that is the piece of paper. So I don't know why you have to go to the U.S. embassy. You should be going to immigration and getting that piece of paper and take it to the bank. Like I said, Bangkok Bank took one of those, crossed out the guy's picture, all his information, took a picture of it for me or let me take a picture of it with my camera, and I went there and said, I want one of these. They said, oh, rushed me right in. Now, I could see going there, but going to the U.S. Embassy, I don't,
Yes, yeah.
it don't make
My
sense.
official residency certificate was obtained for a few different things. Keep in mind they want originals, so if your motorbike place needs it or your
Right.
whatever, you need a separate one. So you got to do it in. You get that from the Thai immigration, take all your
Yeah.
information to them.
You have to have the same exact one that I got when I got my driver's
You
license.
know that
You
your
need one to
passport,
buy
your
a bike,
visa, your
one to get you.
TM6 or
So when you go
whatever.
there and you
And
get them, and they're
it's
supposed to
been a
be
while since
free,
I've done it, but
but they'll charge you 500 baht, 200 baht, 100 baht. It depends on where you're at. But if you go into Bangkok Bank and that's all that they want is a residence certificate, you need to go to immigration and get that, and then they should open it up. You shouldn't have to go to the U.S. Embassy. I think you're
that's right.
wasting your
Residence
time.
certificate is
To,
You're
to
wasting your
certify
time.
your passport, that doesn't sound right.
Yeah, no, not at
yeah.
all. Yeah,
Yes, Joe.
that's wrong.
Snipe hunting everywhere. Every country in the world has some form of snipe hunting.
Yeah, I would
Right, hunting?
definitely go back to the bank and say, you know,
See you, Jake.
is this all I need? Is just this deal? What do I need? Why do I? That doesn't sound right at all, Jim.
Your
Doesn't sound right. You got a
passport,
passport. That's certified right there. They don't need
yeah.
to certify anything.
Buffalo tipping is yeah.
I guarantee you that if you went and you got a residence certificate from immigration and you walked into a Bangkok bank, you'd have a bank account within a half hour, an hour walking out of there. I would almost guarantee it. I would definitely go to a different branch, but if they're
Hey
telling
Tim.
you you need to go to the U.S. Embassy, that's insane. I think, Jim. I would definitely don't cancel your appointment, but I would go
Yeah,
to
yeah. Because again, we
another
don't know all
bank.
the full.
Yeah,
In
I would
chat,
go
it's
to a
hard
different
to
one.
get
If
all the
you've got a
information in
if you've got a type
10
O
words
visa,
or
you
less.
should be able to do anything you want. He should be able to get two bank accounts, whatever he wants to do. He should be able to get it no problem.
Yeah, in a few days, this will all be behind you, and then you can tell us what played out.
Yeah, yeah,
That'd be cool.
exactly. And because somebody else was asking too about that too. So
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
yeah, supposedly, and I think that's right, Douglas. If he got the visa from the states, it would be an OA. It'd be an O visa is given only in Thailand because that's what mine is. Mine's an O, and I think Mitch's is an O too. He
Correct.
got
Yeah, I
his.
got it here. I
Yeah,
obtained that visa here.
yeah. But yeah, it shouldn't. I don't know. Verify. It could be that they want to verify Jim as a U.S. citizen. Yeah, that's insane. That's what the passport's
You
there
got a
for.
passport that says you're a US
Yeah,
citizen.
exactly, exactly. Hey Tim, yeah, we were talking about you. We pushed your people to go watch your build to get into the end. Um, yeah, I would definitely, Jim. I would definitely go to another
Hey,
branch
Bruce.
and get that.
Bruce and Sassy May.
Hey, Bruce, how's it
Hey,
going?
Bruce and Sassy May.
Yeah, did I seen that? He was on Bobby's. They were both on Bobby's 7 p.m. time Friday night show, and that was like a marathon. That one broke all records, right? Wasn't it like 25 hour live stream
Correct,
or
Paul.
something?
Yes, it is for 12 months.
What's that? Yeah,
International
yeah. You
driver's
know, and
permit.
let me say, somebody was talking about getting international permits and coming to Thailand. As far as I know, okay, now this is only what I know. You need to check into it. But I have heard a couple of people say, oh, yeah, all you need is your international driver's license and you can drive in Thailand. As far as I know, that's not correct. You can if you're here on a 30-day, on vacation, on a 60-day probably even. If you're on a long-term visa, you are supposed to have Thai driver's license to drive in Thailand. That's my understanding. So if they pull it out and they look at your passport and it says, "Oh yeah, you're here. Okay, you're retired. Why do you have an international permit? It's not any
Bangkok
good.
Bank,
You need to have it."
Jim. Bangkok Bank
It's
is
it's good
most
for
likely your
it's 3 months in country, Dave.
What's that?
Your international permit, it's not a license as such, it's just a permit
Right.
that says,
It's good for if you're on a short-term deal, not if you're on a
yeah,
long-term visa.
but you're allowed to drive for 3 months. Then you're supposed to be, if you leave and come back, it starts again.
Yeah, see, as far as I know, that's not correct if you have a long-term visa. They could say
Yeah,
to you, they could say,
yeah,
"Hey, you're supposed to have a Thai
yeah.
driver's
You
license."
go and get your license, but your
Well,
international driving permit apparently will make it a lot easier to get your license.
okay, what is she saying? This is Jim's what bank? Wish Bank? This is
Which
Jim.
bank?
Which bank? You can try any bank you want to. I like Bangkok
This
Bank.
is
I think it's just
Jim's
a,
doing the typing. That's what he's saying. This is Jim.
oh,
Which bank should we try?
I like Bangkok Bank, but any of the ones. The one that we have our loan through is the government bank, and I think that's the pink bank or the green bank. I can't remember. It starts with a K. Do you know, Brock, what the name of that? On my wife's
Casacorn.
phone.
Cap,
Yeah,
Casacorn.
Casacorn.
yeah. I've heard good things about them. My wife has both or three of them. I would just check another one because, like I said, it's ridiculous. I don't see why you're going to the embassy. I think it's a waste of time.
I had a
I
girlfriend
think
that was a Casacorn.
if you if you go
Uh,
if you go to, I
boom,
would just
boom.
walk into another branch of Bangkok Bank and say, "What exactly do I need? I heard I just need a residence, deal.
Exactly,
Is that all
James.
I need from
James just
them?" And
said it
do it.
right there.
You
Having issues, use an agent.
Yeah, but it's not an issue, really, James. It's. I think it's some kind of a miscommunication because I didn't have any
That's an
problem
issue.
at all. All I did was walk in there and they said, "This is what you need." She showed me the paper. It was from the immigration. Went and got one. Came back and had my bank account in an hour. So I don't think it's a thing. Yeah, you could pay them and they'll do it, sure. But I don't think they need to. I think it's easy.
Good morning, James.
Yeah, hey James. But
Enjoy
yeah,
your reception.
Douglas, don't kill our chat.
Still can't get my
you need to you
essential
need to
refill.
you need to ask them, Jam. Just walk into the bank and say, I want to open up. I have a typo A or a Visa, and I'm retired here. I want to open up a bank account. What do I need? And the lady, when I did that, I didn't even have that. I just had the 60-day tourist visa. And she said, "You need this." She showed it to me. She even let me take a picture of it. And I went to Patong, got the paper, showed it to the lady. The lady said, "Oh, I know exactly what you need." I can't remember. I got two or three of them because I ended up, I was buying. You need one to buy a scooter, you need one to get a driver's license, and you need one to get a bank account. So I got three when I was there. They're supposed to be free, but they'll charge you whatever they want to charge you. And you take that in, give it to the bank, and you got your bank account. As far as I know, that's all you should need. But I would go into the bank and say, "Is this all I need? Is this what I need?" And then I would go to immigration and get the piece of paper they want and go get a bank account.
Ralph, it's your name only for the account. You can't use a joint account.
800,000 accounts still have to be my name
The money
only.
has to be
Yeah, I
yours.
think it has to be in your name. Yeah, sadly, shouldn't have to be, but I believe it does because they're going to say, "Well, half that money's not yours." So
Yeah.
yeah, he says he has an OA visa, Douglas. So that's what I'm saying. He shouldn't have any problem at all. But James is right. If you have the money, go to an agent and say, "Here's what. Please go get me a bank account," and be done with it. It's up to you. That's the point. There are always variables. Yeah, exactly. Well, that's why when I did it, James, I just walked in, and I didn't even speak any Thai whatsoever. I'd only been here for not even 2 weeks, and everybody told me, "No, you can't do it. No, you can't do it. You're just on a tourist visa. You can't do it. You can't do it." Walked into the bank, said, "Here's my passport. Here's my visa. What do I need?" She told me what I needed. I went and got it. Came back the next day and had a bank account. So, but if you are having problems, Jam, to where it's a real pain in the rear, I would take James's advice and get an agent. Pay them the $60 or whatever they're going to charge you, $100, whatever it is, and be done with it. But I don't think that you need to. I think you can go into the, like I said, the only thing, and then when I went back and I said I want a second one, the lady told me right up front, no, you cannot have a second one until you have your retirement visa or a long-term visa. And sure enough, a year later, I went, when I got it, I went back in and they said, you have a long-term visa? I said, yep. Boom, they gave me my second bank account. So, I don't know. Hey, Ron, how you doing?
Hey, Ron.
500 US takes care of it. See, that's like, I don't know, for what I went through, and I don't care, the money isn't really that big of a deal, but hell, I could have a good night out for 500 bucks and for getting one piece of paper. And like I said, if you're going to go there, Jam, when you go to immigration and you're going to get that one, say I'd like to have, if you guys are planning on getting driver's license, or he is, very soon, because I think once you get those papers, they're only good for 30, 60 days, something like that. Tell them you want 2 more of them if you're planning on buying a scooter, and if you're planning on getting a driver's license, tell them you need one for a driver's license and one to purchase a scooter. Of course, you could just purchase a scooter if you wanted to. Up to you. Hey, what's up, Ron? Need to follow the advice from the group from here last week. Opened a Wise account first and then tried to open an account. We're in the Vegas and then start transfers. Yeah, I think Wise is a good deal. I don't know. I don't. For some reason, I don't like keeping all my money in one account. Don't know why. In fact, if I had my druthers, it should have been from another bank, and that probably comes from the 100,000 deal in the United States. That's all they cover, type thing mentality. I mean, but I like having two just to keep money separated. Like I put this money here. This is the money that I'm gonna blow each month, and this is the money I'm gonna disperse to
Yeah,
my
the
wife.
second bank account's usually good in the case of your retirement visa, in that you need to keep 400,000 baht for over the 12-month period or whatever it is, and then you have your everyday living account that you use, but you do need to use the your Visa account to show transactions
That's the one
and
that
to
I
stop
show
it
them.
getting closed.
That's the one I show. That's the certificate of residency exactly, Jim. And if you have family that has a book or whatever, you could just use that. If not, any place that you're staying should be good enough. So if you go in there and say I'm staying at the Hyatt Regency, and for the next 30 days, that should be good enough for immigration. They should give it to you. I don't see any reason why not. You guys have to go out for lunch today anyway. You gotta go and see if they're playing guitar and do another video singing. So you might as well go over and check out a couple other banks. That's it. K Bank is the one that I was thinking of. K Bank account, because my wise money transfers each month was much quicker. K Bank, I think, and because I'm trying to think, almost all the Thai people, when I was doing transactions uh, over marketplace and stuff like that, I would have them put their Thai card there next to what I was buying, and then also give me their bank account for transferring. And there was one. Most of them had the one in particular. I wish that I could see it, but I think it was K Bank.
I'm reading
Wow.
Loretta's that comment right there. What is a medical visa?
I believe that they have visas for coming and getting medical work done.
Like if you're coming for,
Yeah,
oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
like to get whatever,
boob jobs or
Yeah, yeah,
facelift,
yeah, yeah.
dental work.
Well, I need a boob job.
Yeah, well, James
Reduction.
is getting one. He might know. Multiple accounts is not bad. I don't think so either, James. I
Yeah, it's
like to.
always
You,
good to have.
I keep it. Yeah, and I wanted to get a
You
third
bet,
one in a
Dip.
different bank, and I
Now
probably
I can't
will.
guarantee your experience will be a good one, Dip Media, but I just threw it out there for people. Don't hold me accountable if it goes
Yeah,
sideways or south.
Mitch had a nice smooth process. I know James. Well, he got the 5 year, but Mitch just had them do everything for him, and I never heard Mitch bitch once. It was always, oh, it went great. All I did was
On
sit
camera, anyway.
there. They ran around and got everything for me. So it's worth the money if you want to pay it out. Like I said, in
Yeah, the
this
government
particular
bank, the
instance,
SEB, man, there's so many. Just
Yeah,
like
military
anywhere else.
bank.
if you don't want to do anything, Jam, then you can hire people to do everything. Get your driver's license. Mitch did that. Get your visa. Get everything.
Yeah, at least the
They'll
first
do
time
everything
around,
for you.
right?
Yeah, I think.
First
Well,
time
she
around. I
speaks
didn't want any
Thai.
headaches. I was
She speaks-
busy looking at where the heck am I going
She's-
to live?
But she
and-
speaks Thai. That's the biggest thing, because if you go, the chance of you going from one, like going into Bangkok and them giving you information and then going trying to do the same thing in Pattaya, that's a problem. But if you
Nope.
go into a place and they tell you this is what you need, 99.9% of the time, if you bring it back to that same person that day or the next day, they're not going to say, oh, I didn't mean that. I want this, this, and this. Can that happen? Yeah, but probably not. So she speaks Thai. If she goes in and says, this is what I want, she shouldn't have any problem whatsoever. Like I did it speaking, I didn't know nothing. I was here a week and a half, something like that. And went in and got 3 of them and bought my scooter and everything in the first couple of weeks I was here. I
Yeah,
hit the
see,
ground.
Tim did it all alone, did it all on his own. Me, because despite popular belief, I don't speak fluent Thai, so it was easy for me to just pay somebody to do it and be done with it.
Yeah,
like-
and like I said, Mitch said he had. Oh, here it is, right here. James put it up. Medical visa. Is that the one you're talking about, Loretta?
There we go. Thanks, James. Thanks
What a
for that.
guy.
Yeah, James is it's just a wealth of information. I'll
Yeah,
tell you
he is.
what.
That stuff, that video you did was awesome. That was great. I watched that this morning.
Yeah, I don't even know
And
why
I-
I asked. What the heck is a I should have known that. Just because
Yeah, Tim said
medical
that's what you
tourism
said.
is a serious
He
thing.
did it all
here.
himself. Bangkok license, visa. Yeah, I don't think you shouldn't be going to the embassy. I wouldn't go to the embassy. Like I said, I was pissed off when I went to my U.S.
Oh, I
embassy,
get it now. I
and they
get it
told me
now,
I
Ron.
couldn't come in.
The monkey. God, I'm slow. I've got my monkey up from my picture, and Ron John
Yeah, see, like
asked if I
even
got
Bruce
the
is
monkey
saying,
flu.
Bruce is saying the same thing. It's
Oh
one
my
of the
God,
easiest
that's freaking hilarious. I'm
easiest
slow.
things that he had to do was get a bank account. You shouldn't be going to the embassy. I just don't see why. The bank is the hardest thing to obtain, I think. We're on a mission today. Well, everybody that I know, it's the easiest thing they've done in Thailand. So you're having problems, and you shouldn't be. So I would, if they don't not giving you what you want at the Bangkok bank, I would definitely try another branch, and then I would move on to another bank. There's no reason in the world why you can't get a
Tourist
bank account
category
today.
MT.
Today, I don't think you'll have a problem.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't even. There's so many. The fight visa, medical visa.
There's a bunch of them. What I don't understand, and we could talk till I'm blue in the face on that, is what difference does it make if you're going to bring 800,000 baht a year to Thailand? What difference does it make how old you are? Why should it make a frickin' bit of difference to anybody here? You're bringing money to Thailand. This is how much we want you to bring to get a long-term visa, and give them the damn visa. Who cares if they're 25? What difference does it make? Let them show the money and let them start spending money in Thailand. Don't make no sense to me.
Yeah, that embassy letter verifying income is not done anymore. Australian embassy doesn't do it. The American embassy no longer does it.
In
Correct.
2018, I went at the end of that year in December, and I got the very last one. I raised my hand. I said, I swear I make 150 grand a year. And they said, give me $50. And I did it, and I got the last one. And of course, being the procrastinating person I am, 6 months later it expired, and I still didn't have a
Tim,
retirement
yeah.
visa.
I'm not either, actually.
Requirements from the embassy is a letter. Yeah, they don't do that anymore. They haven't since January 1st, 2019.
Yeah, mainly because they could not say, yes, that is the money.
Yeah, they couldn't
You
verify
were
it.
getting it.
Yeah, yeah,
They were only swearing to a stat deck.
yeah. They
You have
didn't want to get
this person
involved.
signed to it.
They didn't want to get involved with saying, yes, we stand behind. That's what this person makes. The Australians were the first ones to kick it to the curb, and then I think the U.S. Right after that said no, thank you.
Yeah.
What
Gary,
did
yes,
Tom
that
say?
is my front. That's my front porch.
Why is that, Tom? I transfer bank, but I'm using Wise all the time. I transfer to Bangkok Bank too. Why would a Tom have problems with Bangkok Bank? You need to use SCB Bangkok, or and if you want to transfer money to Thailand, I never had any problem. I've been transferring it for over 3.5 years, almost 4 years. I never had one problem, one hiccup, nothing. And every month, I transfer money every month, so I don't know why either. I'm with James on that one. Let's see, Chocolate Man, thank you. Already clicked the link and
Fly in, fly
yeah,
out.
you should anything that you need. James is
Jesus.
the man, Loretta.
Get laid
He
every day. Jesus
he
Christ.
he's
You guys
good
should
and on
start
top
we
of
should start a
everything.
comedy club.
Who does?
All of us. We just throwing out the quips, you know.
If you have money, okay. Let's see what Tom said. If you have money, you can do anything in Thailand. Yeah, or gold, right, Tom? Yeah, precious metals. You're in good shape too. I just bought my wife a bracelet. She's in heaven now. If you guys notice, if you've seen it on Facebook, the translation's crap, but it states basically, I love my husband, and now he can go camping because I gave her gold. She's got a great sense of humor, my wife. I'm the luckiest man going, man, I'm telling you. My bad, didn't see Bangkok in there. Oh, did he say Bangkok? I didn't either, James. My bad also. I've never had a problem with Bangkok. That's why I was wanting Jam to at least go to another branch because I've had nothing but um, good there. No problems, never a hiccup, never nothing. Who do you use, Tim? Not all banks easily accept U.S. transfer from what I read. And I think the Bangkok Bank helps because, from what my understanding is, they have a branch in New York City in the United States. I think that helps in a lot of transactions.
It all stems from the American anti-money laundering regulations.
Yes, yes. Even today, if you go in, I went into my, no, what did I go into? In my bank and stuff like that, and it was saying some stuff about the war or something. Um, yeah, they get cranky. It used to be, and I think it still is, any transaction over $10,000 in the United States is reported to the federal government.
Same in Australia.
Yeah, that's why all my
But we don't have
transactions
we
are
don't have the we don't have the
nine.
same reporting regulations from Thai banks that Americans do. It's dead easy to send money from my bank to Bangkok Bank. I just fill it in on the computer and hit go. Turns
Yeah,
up a
see,
day later.
Tim has it too. And I'm like I said, mine's weird. I take mine directly out of Chase, and if I transfer money on a Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, now Monday or Tuesday, I'll get it either Wednesday or Thursday. If I transfer on a Thursday or Friday, I usually don't get it till Monday. But I'm never in a rush to get it. So. Hey Joe, thanks. I appreciate it. Did you get YouTube money? Yeah, the $12. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate it, man. When I transfer to my wife's K bank, it goes almost immediately. It takes 2 to 3 days when I transfer from my to my Bangkok bank. And where are you transferring from? Wise, Douglas? Where's the money coming from? I wasn't hitting on James. I'm probably old enough to be his mother. Who said you were hitting on James? Somebody, did I miss something? Uh, I have transferred 30K. Yeah, and I heard that too. Some of the banks have limits, except for Bangkok Bank, that you can only $5,000 or $3,000 or something. They have limits, but Bangkok Bank you can transfer whatever you want. And obviously, if Tim transferred 30K and there was no problem, that so through Wise, I don't know why that would be. That's weird. Why it would be different. Like I said, if you're, I don't know, I would use Wise if I didn't have Chase. I don't need the money. I'm never in a position where, oh God, if I don't have money by tomorrow, I'm a dead man. You know, I have money launderers after me or something. You know, I just I don't need it that quick. Does anyone know if what? Does anyone know if true that U.S. Social Security can? Yeah, it can actually, Ralph. I've asked them. I don't do it, but you can. The only reason I don't is because I still have stuff that I pay for in the U.S. So it's easier for me to have them deposit it into my Chase account and then me transfer it here. But it's my understanding that yes, you can have it deposited in a Thai bank. It would not be a problem, is what I was told. Of course, call them up and find out. Did Dip Media ever find out? What was that we were going back and forth on? That he said that her getting his Social Security. That's right. I wonder if he ever talked to them. Hey Benja, how you doing? Glad to
Hey,
see
Benja.
you. How's the turkey business or the chicken business?
Chicken business, turkey.
How's your money? Do I need to put? How much money do I need to put in my shoe? You know, I always have. I don't know. I think I don't know why he's saying that, but I would always have a little bit of money, cash around, gold. My wife's a firm believer in gold. I told her we can do one or two things. We can have both the savings account, or we can split it up and have the savings account and buy gold. And of course, a troll would say, "Well, she wants gold because she's gonna run off with your money," and I say, more power to her. I love her to death, but I think we're gonna split it up once everything gets settled here, and so much
Excuse
into
me.
the savings and
I thought
so
I was
much into
talking to
gold
myself.
every month.
Gonna mute my mic for a minute.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know what
Mattress
Mitch
money.
is doing.
Exactly, Ralph.
He's all dark.
Exactly, Ralph. It's always good to have that. Let's see, good morning. Everybody's saying good morning, good morning, good morning. I think I caught everything though.
Good
I
morning.
don't think I
Monkey
missed a
Mitch.
question. I don't think I missed anything. I typed in Benjamin's took over.
Yes.
That happens to me all the time, Ron. Don't feel like a lone wolf.
Let me look here.
Let's go.
Comment.
Everybody's just saying hi, I think I caught everything. Wow. It's been over 2 hours. Holy crap. And there's still 30 people here. You guys are awesome, man.
And you've had 32 likes.
Wow.
No dislikes yet.
Damn it. Well, Mitchell give me a thumbs down. I'm wondering what kind of food I'm going to get this afternoon. What is that? What did Loretta say? Chocolate Man in Thailand, is that right? Big holiday, is right? I missed something. Dave, what was the final cost? I haven't got the final cost on the house
Yes.
so far without the. I'm thinking with the plunge pool and what I want to do in the backyard, it's going to be right about $3 million,
Hmm.
and that doesn't include the land. The land you could buy probably here for somewhere right around 800,000. But yeah, And if I was Joe, and someone offered me 12 million for the house that I built, they couldn't hold my pen back. I'd have been signing it off in a way. And maybe he will. We don't know. We'll have to watch and find out. But that was an enormous amount of money. Was it over 12 or was it 12 million that his builder said his house was worth, Mitch? Do you know? Do you remember?
I
Joe?
forget.
I think
keep
it was
forgetting.
12 million. I think it was.
Yeah, he built it for 6.5, I think. And
He
JJ
had
said he
double
could
his
get,
money.
yeah, and Joe basically said, nah, he doesn't want to be greedy and rip anybody off. 8 million would suit him.
He probably would. Joe's that kind of guy. So he said that little Douglas say my type. It's like mine. I mean, we were sitting in there looking at that dog yesterday, the one that could be down for a year, and we're feeding water and hand feeding, and my mother-in-law is cleaning up the mess that it makes from eating and drinking, and she moves her head and she kicks her legs like involuntary, so she's getting some kind of, we exercise her muscles and we have slings ordered and that are coming, but she looked at her and said, how can you kill this? I said, I can't. I don't know what to tell you. But it's the Buddhist ways. They don't
Yeah.
kill anything. So the chicken, they don't
Yeah.
kill the chickens either. Well, I don't know about that, but I mean, somebody's got to kill somebody.
My auntie in Thailand had some
You do a
fish. They were
tattoo.
waiting for dinner. They wouldn't die, so they said, Brock, you're not Buddhist. Here's the fish and here's a stone lump. Can you kill the fish so we can eat for tonight?
Yeah, that's the way the Buddhists are. They're not gonna. There's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that, I guess. But and you can buy anything anywhere. That's what they said. The reason that I grew the cow and had all that stuff was because of what they were putting in it. It wasn't necessarily what for any other reason. Because you can buy the stuff at the market. You know,
Exactly, James. Exactly.
what did James say? Douglas, stop listening to squeaky wheels. Not everyone but
That's
Tyler.
funny that.
Why? What did Douglas say? What did I miss?
We're talking about alcohol and all that stuff, and
Oh, right here. Did
getting
I
all
miss
up
it?
in arms when you can't buy any
Oh, why
booze or
do
whatever.
so many people?
I don't even know that. I mean, people say, "Oh, there's no alcohol being whatever," and I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Are they
That really
really out?
changed my day.
Well, I don't know. Like I can. The only thing that I can attest for when I went to Costa Rica, um, would I say that? And I'm going to guess. And I'm talking about just expats. I'm not talking about people that are just visiting. But I would guess that they were 60% of them were alcoholics, maybe 70%. When you were at I'm going to mute your mic for just a minute. When you were at a bar, it runs a happy hour from 11 in the afternoon till 7 p.m. at night, and there are 30 to 40 foreigners sitting out front waiting for them to open that door at 11:01 and start drinking hard liquor and whatever at 11 in the afternoon, and don't stop until 7. And I'll be damned if they didn't want to pay one more dime, because when the happy hour was over at 7, they went home and drank. I would say a lot of them were alcoholics. That's just what I see. I don't know Pattaya, never been there, but people are going there to drink and have a good time. If they're mostly coming here on vacation, that's what they're coming for, I would think. I know that's what I would be doing.
God.
What happened?
Nothing. I'm carrying on 3 different conversations as well as
Well, I
in
can
the
mute
chats
yours.
before.
You want me to mute yours?
No,
No, I'm just kidding.
no,
I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding. Oh, I unmuted Broxton. He's getting yelled at. Are you being punished or something? Is she gonna
No,
come on
on the
camera?
telephone.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Oh, you're talking about, because why are they not having? Why do they have that? It's usually for when they're going to vote somebody in to be prime minister or something, right? They cut it off for 3 days. Is that what it is? A holiday? Can't get stock up for 5 different Thai holidays per week. Jane's just correct. Any handsome man never pays, right? I would hope not. I could, I don't know. I told you, if I would have come here when I was 30 years old, I would have died here 2 months later from excessive alcohol poisoning, whatever drugs that I could put in my body, and the 25 women that I went through in 35 minutes. I would have definitely been a dead man. Every man pays. Yeah, that ain't no shit, right, James? James has got
That's
it.
true, Brock. Yeah. If you really needed some alcohol, there's all kinds of places that'll sell it to you
Yeah,
directly,
yeah,
not hide it at all.
yeah. But I heard something. Was there a rumor, and James probably knows, but was there some sort of a rumor where they were going to cut that deal and sell alcohol all the time and not from this hour to this hour and this hour? I thought I heard somebody say they were talking about
Yeah, I believe that
getting
took
rid of
place.
Did it take place?
I'll yield to James. He probably knows the answer to that. But I thought they dropped that July 1. I'm honestly,
I know they had talked about it. I'd heard about it, but I didn't know if they did it or not. I have lived
yeah.
and worked in 84 countries. I was in oil and gas, a bar in every port. I paid a madam in port haircut $20, alcohol she could drink and keep the working girls away. I don't know. I could have had fun as a young man in
You can
Thailand.
have fun as an old man too, Dave.
I have fun right now. I love my life, man. I got no problem whatsoever. That restriction has been
closure.
removed from hotels. Okay.
Oh, from hotels.
What about
okay.
7-Elevens and stuff? I'm gathering not, or you wouldn't have been specific
See, it really
to hotels.
that periodic closure, or during the day, that doesn't affect me at all. If I want a beer, I have beer in the fridge.
Right.
I've got some various. I'm pointing over off to the side here that you can't see, but hard liquors for guests that prefer something other than beer. I always have soda water. Always have lime or Manao. Yeah.
Douglas
Ice.
James is saying that's taken place. So for restaurants is on the table. I think he's saying hotels. So I'm imagining he's talking about restaurants too. That it's done. That restriction, he says here, has been removed from hotels. Maybe not restaurants. Can't let James. I won't put worms in James' mouth. I'd be scared of bar girls. When I grew up as a kid, young, that's all I dealt with. I guess they were bar girls. They were topless dancers, and that was my environment. And when the lights flashed in the bar, I knew it was time to go home. That's how they got you out of there at 1:45 in the morning. What's Brock saying here? He's got his mic. Did I mute it or did you mute your mic? I was in Phuket in '84.
Oh, yeah, Aaron.
Not really. No, I'm pretty laid back, pretty low key actually.
He does speak fluent Thai, and he will come after your girlfriend. It's the only thing I know about Mitch.
Yeah, they don't sell alcohol at the PTT, the big rest stops with the gas. They don't sell alcohol. Period.
They don't?
Yeah, you can't go. Oh, let's go to 7-Eleven and get some beer when we're going into a town. We're going to some resort out in the Tule Bingles.
Right. I didn't know that.
The PTT station with gas, 7, no alcohol. I was walking around once in circles going, where? I wanted to pick up some beer. Oh, yeah, mom and pop shop.
Let's see, Ralph's saying, I think the times of selling or not selling was to try to keep truck drivers from driving drunk. I think that most 7-Elevens along major highways can sell at any time. I don't know, most of the mom and pops I know, they don't, if you want a beer, they'll bring you a paper cup and, they'll do whatever they got to do. I mean, here you heard people are starving, and there's no people coming in. Well, now there is. The tourism is down and coming back now, I think, strong. And then you're telling a person that you can't make, 10 cents off of this guy and sell him a beer?
Leo in a coffee cup still.
Oh, let's see, what is
Sure, that was farther. Yep.
I was in Chiang Mai on Friday. Went for pizza at 3:30. They had to serve my Leo in a large. Oh, you were just reading that coffee cup. Uh, we call those ugly. Tell you what, funniest thing I ever experienced during my drunken days was I was in the back of a very loud and very big and very popular bar in the San Fernando Valley, and I had to hang on. I was so drunk I had to hang on to the waitress loops that are there, and there was a gal there who I ended up talking to pretty much the whole night. She was super, and you'll see why. I said to her, "Man, you're the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my entire life." And she looked at me and she said, "Either it's awfully dark or you're awfully drunk or both." And I said, "You know what? You got the right attitude." And she was a good one. Let's see. Chuck, enlighten me. To do that, they don't sell alcohol at stores with gasoline. I didn't know that, man. I learned something new today.
พี่ก็เลยพูดอะไรพี่ก็บอกไม่เป็นไรตอนหน้าทำที่จะเอาพี่บอก
Yeah, exactly. You know what? The only
ไม่เอา
thing
แล้ว
that me is if I was sitting down with Mitch and anybody that's on this channel, and I would have a beer or two, but I would draw it at that, and I'm lucky because I can do that. I said that before in the past, but my biggest thing is don't set me down at Mexican food and tell me I can't, have a couple of margaritas. I would definitely want that. I got to find a good one. Oh, I wish that someone would open one here. What's Gary saying? By the way, guys, many gas stations have already or will have charging stalls and stuff in Thailand soon. Yeah, I'm waiting for it. According to my wife, next year is going to be the big push for Thailand and their electric cars. I love mine still. It's an awesome vehicle. Of course, I still haven't done a video on.
You don't need to charge yours, Dave. It charges when you run it.
No, yeah, 3-cylinder, but it's gas. I wish it was diesel. Of course, that would because I don't know. My wife said that gas dropped 5 baht. Does anybody know that? I bet you. James might. It
Yeah,
dropped
had a
1
12
baht
pack.
the other day. 1 baht, and she said it was supposed to drop 4 more baht for gasoline, not diesel. Gasoline. So we'll see. You had a what?
Yeah,
Had a 12 pack.
had a 12 pack. I lost track actually.
I would like to have. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's. I would still be a little iffy. I don't know. I still have that. Oh my God, I'm going to run out of electricity and be stuck, someplace. So once I look at it and I drive down the road in my electric hot rod, and I see all these charging stations, and according to Chuck, and I don't know, and you probably know, Gary, supposedly China or somebody's coming out with these batteries that can be fully charged in 45 minutes or something stupid. Maybe you can enlighten us a little bit. Ben just saying hi to Robert Mack.
Mansion, Jesus. Some of these comments. I'll never own an electric vehicle. Just because. I like increasing my carbon footprint as much as I can. I'm just stirring up the chat.
Yeah. I'm with you, Mitch. I like my diesel truck.
I love that, just billowing, couple of turbos.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to try that, Tom. I'm just looking at Tom's on.
Big Bad Bob.
I was supposed to do it when we were
Oh,
driving back, and I never got to stop there. But I do want to try that. You said it was good Tex-Mex. Current gas prices. Who wants to pull that up? I can pull it up here. Oh, wrong one. Damn, almost blocked somebody. I have 8 new Lasada messages.
Yeah, the old
10 times.
boy, gas prices are just nuts, aren't they?
Okay, what
Hydrogen
is
power would be cool. Electric vehicle would be cool.
what are the three of
Yeah,
them there, James? I don't see anything across the. It's in Thai, which doesn't help me too much, but it looks like 49, 30, and 34, 47 and 34. That was in 2565. This is 979, which I imagine that is 49. So it didn't go down. It didn't go down that much. Thanks, James. Here's what's Robert. Hi, Robert. How you doing? Glad you could come by. I saw 4.26 a gallon yesterday. Where are you at? That's actually not a bad price for places in
แล้วพี่
California.
แล้วพี่ก็ไม่ได้ถ่ายรูปโอ้แล้วมันไม่ใช่เรื่องอะไรของพี่พี่ถือว่าไม่ใช่เรื่องของพี่เองก็เดินไปสิพี่อยากซื้อก็เดินไปสิใช่ไหมต้องมาพูดว่าพี่เป็นคนลงเฟซ
Diesel. Yeah, I don't know. I like the diesel. I think is it's pretty reasonable. I think that must be that 37 baht deal, and it was pretty much 30 baht all for the last year that I can remember. Close to that, 29. Here in Cali, can't wait to see those prices. Yeah, it's cheap for some places. I'd be interested where you are, Robert. How powerful are they getting onto most of these highways? Man, I got no problem putting my foot into my electric. It takes off and goes, and it's like on the slower side of the all electric vehicles. But mine, plenty of power. I wanted Mitch to drive it when I was in Pattaya, but we never got quite around to that.
Electric vehicles are pretty pokey.
Yeah, I got no complaints on the
instant
power.
torque.
Yeah, putting it to the ground, it moves, it moves on out. Saw a Dodge Challenger SRT.
$5.29 a gallon.
That's the latest video.
$3.99.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What was it? Did Robert ever say? In Everett. That Washington? I mean, Colorado? I don't.
Where are we at? What are you talking about, Dave?
Everett, where he said.
There's an Everett, Washington.
Is there an Everett? Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, north of Seattle.
Ralph said 529. And then Robert said 9-volt batteries are just what? 6 1.5 batteries. I don't know. Average those 440. I don't know.
That's a lot of
We
pen
gotta
light
do
batteries
something.
to get the car to go.
I was a horrible person because I was the kind of guy in the U.S. that said anybody that can keep gasoline where it should be at $1.25 a gallon, I would make president tomorrow. And no one seems to be able to do that. But a couple bucks a gallon, I think, is max, man. I don't think gas should be over $1.50 actually. But that's just me. I think it's ridiculous. I think it infringes on everything that the U.S. is built on. And like I said before, vacationing, and this poor guy that has a wife and 5 babies, and she has to take care of them and busts his ass 6 days a week. Can't take off for a weekend because gas is $8 a gallon. It's ridiculous.
6 seconds. Wow, that's cool.
What did Loretta say here? If your car cannot accelerate, you will be in the rear. Big time. Drivers are pretty aggressive.
Speaking of that, with motorcycles, it's nice to have a few extra CCs to
yeah, I like mine.
do just that. Accelerate,
plenty.
get yourself out of trouble.
I got plenty in mine. That's what I look for. But yeah, my kicks, no problem whatsoever. I press on it, and the acceleration is
33 cents.
Actually, I was impressed. I was.
Ralph, rear-ended.
When I started driving, yeah, I remember going to the gas station and with a gallon can, and my my father would give me a quarter, and I brought him back 5 cents. So it was 20 cents a gallon. I used to be able to fill up my Sportster tank at 15, and I think it was under 50 cents, and that was a gallon and a half. So that was like, I want to say it was 35 cents a gallon back then. The orange man had it down, to $1.89, and anything below $2, I think, is like I can live with. It's $5, $6, $7 a gallon. What a ridiculous bunch of crap.
$91. Wow.
Of course, that's good for Gary and everything he has with Tesla, right? The Tesla Model Y will go 0 to 100 in 6 seconds, and mine is the slow version. Yeah, I mean, it's the acceleration's unbelievable. I will give him that. The torque to the ground is phenomenal.
Okay, I have got to go.
$91 to fill up today, Joe Smith. Yeah,
Thanks for the chat, everyone.
Hours. Maybe we should have
Gotta
Bobby
run,
come
Dave.
in and don't have Bobby come in and take it over for the next 6 hours. Say, Bobby, come
There you
on
go.
in. All right, brother. I will talk to you soon. Let me know what you find out from them. Do you know which hotel it is?
Yeah, oh yeah, I know the hotel. Sure.
Okay. Let me know
Yeah,
what you want me to do or what they say I should do. Tell them I got the virus. I don't care. They're supposed to.
Yeah.
They're supposed to do it.
We'll exchange information offline. The
Okay.
actual reservation number and all that. Then I can go in there and say, here's the
What it
skinny.
is. In fact, I'll send it to you. Send you a picture of my deal. It'll have
The
all
dates and all that would be great.
that. Okay, I'll do it. All right, I
Take
think
care,
I'm
Paul.
gonna.
Good
I
luck
think
with
I'm
that.
done. It's been 2.5 hours. I think I'm.
You want to do an after chat? I'll do it. I don't have to
We
leave
could do
just
it
yet.
We could do it for a little while, a couple minutes anyway.
Yeah, because
I
a
know
few
that-
people are asking to come on. So
All right, I'll put it.
let's
in
do an
here.
after chat.
Let me
Why
put
not?
Let me put the link in here.
I'll make me another cup, and I'll be right back.
I'll put the link.
But if you're closing out the show, take care, everyone.
Let's see if I did
Have a
it. Yeah, I
wonderful
did it.
day.
Yeah,
night,
I'm gonna close it out.
wherever you are.
I think I'm gonna raise myself in the picture a little bit. Well,
Okay,
now
let me lower
I feel
myself
tall.
here. Let me lower
Yeah, it's
myself.
tall.
Here,
Yeah, I should have been there the whole time. Hey, everybody. Thank you very much. All the new subscribers and the new people. I see a couple more coming into the chat every time. So that's awesome. Appreciate it all. Loretta, get better, man. And I will catch you all on the next one. In case you guys want to say, now would be the time. Mitch.
Okay, see ya.
And
Bye, everyone.
catch you on the next one. Bye, guys.